This release is all about increasing flexibility, increasing it in the way we develop our applications, we deliver them, and in the way our users are able to use them. So let's dive right in. Modern industry is more automated than ever, and as such, it is incredibly important that you can connect your application to devices and machines. So we are strengthening our manufacturing execution system capabilities by introducing MQTT to the Thinkwise platform. MQTT is one of the most commonly used messaging protocols for real-time interaction. With this release, we are adding the ability to publish information to MQTT-supported devices and machines. But this is just the first step. In the next release, we are also aiming to add support for subscriptions. This allows you to receive information from supported devices. The offline capabilities of the Thinkwise platform have been greatly enhanced. Offline subjects with both data and table tasks are now supported. Switching between online and offline has also been made seamless, greatly enhancing the user experience, especially when you're in scenarios where there is an internet connection but just barely. These offline features are aimed to support fieldwork. Say you are an engineer who's working out on a remote site, on a ship, or if you're working in a country where a stable internet connection cannot always be guaranteed, we think these features are very useful. We've also made some nice enhancements to our scheduler, starting with the ability to show the day of the week. Activities now fully support both multi-line and HTML text, really allowing you to customize them to your liking, making the scheduler even more rich than it already was. These activities now also have support for all conditional formatting. And lastly, we've improved our support for date-time filtering when setting up conditional formatting on time cells. We've added the ability for an application model to support multiple database technologies. Before, if you wanted to support multiple database technologies, you would need to create an application model for each individual database technology. This made it really impractical to do this because it meant that every single change you wanted to make to your application, you would have to make in both models. This will also make it much easier to transition from one database technology to the next. Let's say you are currently on SQL Server, but you want to switch to Postgres because of its open source support and lack of licenses. This is now much simpler, because instead of having to maintain and update two models during this transition, you can do this in the singular model. That can then be deployed to both SQL Server and Postgres. This flexibility in deployment is core to our proposition as Thinkwise. That is why we will be utilizing this feature to bring IAM to both DB2 and Postgres. This will allow you to run your application on even more hardware, including natively on IBM hardware. We are adding 4 new process actions that allow you to manage users and user groups in IAM directly from your application. These officially supported process actions will ensure that you can safely upgrade your application to a new version of the Thinkwise platform without the chance of this integration breaking. There are also some small improvements that I would like to highlight, starting with the ability to add parameters to the translation of form fields. This is really useful if you want to provide more information to your users directly in a form. Expression fields can now be made editable. Use this if you want to be able to edit the data of a detail subject on a main subject. Cubes have been sped up significantly. Both on the data loading and rendering side, we have made significant speed improvements. And lastly, custom components can now be loaded directly into the application model, simplifying deployment, especially when using containers. With the addition of MQTT, the ability for application models to support multiple database technologies, and the greatly enhanced offline capabilities, this release is all about increasing flexibility. Flexibility in how you develop, how you deliver, and how your users use your applications. As always, the links to the full release notes will be in the description down below, and if you have any questions or want to keep up with everything Thinkwise, join our thriving community.